Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right, 5 of Wands. Fight, right? I think you're somebody who does not like confrontation. You want everybody to get along. You want people really to just kind of leave you alone, let you do your thing, let you succeed, let you live and love and laugh, I guess. You don't like confrontation. You don't like interference. You don't want that. I think you kind of like to be left alone. But 5 of Wands is saying sometimes you got to push back, right? So you might be in a situation now where you kind of have to stand up for yourself a little bit, okay? You've got to push. You've got to either strive for what you want, or you got to remove some obstacles. Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's put some more cards around this one. Give it some context. You got a 3 of Cups. A 9 of Cups. 9 of Swords. We're going to replace the 9 of Swords with the 9 of Cups, right? That's the idea here. We've got a Prince of Swords. We got a 4 of Wands. Very nice. You're fighting, and then when you're done, right? So you're able to transition out of that energy very quickly, and I think that's an important part of your energy. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles, a 6 of Cups. See, we have the 6 and the 3 gives us the 9 of Cups, right? We don't want the 9 of Swords. The Hanged Man and the Lovers. You're done not getting what you deserve. You're done letting life, letting the world, letting other people, letting your competition or letting the obstacles, and really even letting your own mind kind of get the better of you. The Hanged Man. You're not going to sacrifice your needs anymore. Right now, you're making it known what your needs are. You're putting that out into the universe, whether this is in a work situation, a family thing, a romance, a friendship, your career, your art, your spirituality, it doesn't matter. In life in general, you're done acquiescing. You're done sort of deprioritizing yourself. And you're willing to stand up and strive to get what you want and what you need. I kind of feel like you're not asking anymore, I like it. I think it's very powerful energy for you. But the very good news here is that you don't like confrontation, you don't like competition, you don't want to fight, so you do what you have to do and then you stop. Some people, they get into that fighting energy and then that's just it. That changes who they are and they're just fighting for the rest of their life. You know how to turn it off when it's not necessary. Your anger, your frustration, your fight energy is a very useful tool. It is one of many. And it's the hammer. We don't need to have the hammer out all the time. Not everything is a nail. Sometimes a nail is a freaking nail, But you're able to put the tool away when you're done with it and move on from that. So you can fight, you can stand up for yourself, and you can be strong and assertive, but that doesn't rule who you are. Okay, that kind of the anger, that emotion. Maybe it's good to sometimes identify with that 5 of Wands, that fighting emotion. We have that emotion for a reason. Okay? And if we deny it, we ignore it, then I think our Hanged Man really just sinks deeper into a 9 of Swords, despair, misery, feeling that the world is a cold and hostile place. Well, you know what? I'm done with that. You're done with that. Okay. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right on top. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments. Yeah. Let's do it together. Let's use our intuition. Okay, looking around the room, we do have our fire and fire. Okay, we've got water, water, water. We've got air and air. We've got a little bit of earth. We've got two major arcana energy up there. And one is the Hanged Man, one is the Lovers. The Hanged Man not getting what it wants. The Hanged Man suffering, acquiescing, deprioritizing yourself. And this is the energy, this is in your obstacle position. This is in the challenge for you to overcome position, right? Right here, this is sort of the river, the great river we have to cross. Because I think you're somebody that usually you let other people go first. You kind of like, you would prefer to just stay out of the fight. It's kind of like, you want to go and get that cup of coffee, but there's already people in line. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to worry about it. Or it's a contest, or it's some sort of a competition, or it's some sort of a promotion at work. You want that job, you want that promotion, but it's kind of like, well, I'll let other people go first. I think that's kind of your energy. You're self-sacrificing in that way. Yeah. And I kind of think that this is preventing you from getting, the Lover's card. This is sort of this is a kind of a voluntary suffering or voluntary isolation, even though it may not feel voluntary. It's kind of like we're realizing that we've allowed this to go on too much, too long. And that's the Lover's card is you coming together with what belongs to you, with what you need, with what you want, with what you deserve, with your destiny, your path, your pets, your plants, your people, whatever. Finding the family, finding the intimacy, finding the love, finding the connections that you want. Right? Coming together. This is a card of union. This is the card that really is the pain of separation. This is the union, right? So we're getting over this separation. We're getting over that suffering. And that's part of it. The Nine of Swords then is the feeling like it has always been this way. It will always be this way. Well, no. The Five of Wands is saying you can change. You can change your life. Whatever this Nine of Swords really is for you, it's the absence of something that your heart and your spirit and your soul really want, really need. And then the Lover's card becomes you getting that. Getting what you need in life, whether it's through yourself and your own activities, your own ambitions, your own belief in yourself, whether it's through social interactions and relationships, whether it's the job, whether it's whatever it is. It's a union rather than the pain of separation, the pain of division. Yeah. So otherwise, we're fairly balanced in the reading today. Okay, we don't have a lot of earth energy because it doesn't matter exactly what you are doing. What matters is how and why. Because the Nine of Swords is kind of saying that we're not really doing anything. The world is doing to us. Like this is kind of saying, I've been mistreated. I've been hurt. I've been wronged by the world. And it's easy to get stuck in this kind of feeling. This is behind you. We got to say first off, right away, this is behind you. That Nine of Swords, this is fading out, okay? This is a harsh, hostile environment. This may be that particular feeling that, whatever the actual details are, I don't know. But this is the feeling that life is bad and it's getting worse and it's going to stay that way. You're getting further away from the things you want, the things you need. Life is getting worse instead of better. Okay, but you're getting that Five of Wands. You're getting this thing where you say, no, what? No, I'm done. I got to pull myself out of this. If I want something, I got to go out and get it. I'm not going to wait around for anybody to bring it to me. I got to go get it. Yeah. So we got this Five of Wands here. which is that fighting energy. And what you're doing, you're fighting for what you need. You're fighting for that 3 of Cups. You're fighting for you're demanding now. Maybe it's not, we're not asking, we're not waiting. I don't want to imply any kind of violence with the word fight, but we're out striving. We're putting in a positive effort rather than a passive sort of waiting energy, right? We're up doing something. We're being active here. We're using the gas pedal on the car to go after what we want, what we need, for whether it's for appreciation or recognition or respect or love, intimacy, opportunity. We're going out in search of abundance. Because we know that through our efforts, life can be happy. We can be filled with purpose, and we can be in this lifestyle of satisfying. This is life's getting better. This is, this is me living my dream. This is me doing positive, healthy things in life. This is, kind of life is getting worse, and life is being done to me. No, this is me out there doing life, So really, complete polar opposites here with these two. But these aren't necessarily events, because they're 9s. They're odd numbers. They're a function. It's a verb. A miserable life or a happy life. Okay? And it's not to imply that once we start taking charge and taking command over our life, and we get that 5 of Wands, and we start saying, I'm going to change my life, it doesn't mean that we're never going to have a bad day. Okay? Because there will always be pain and suffering in life. And if pain is going to be there no matter what, we might as well make it work for us. We might as well put ourselves into a situation where we're suffering for what we want, right? That we're going through a challenge because that's our purpose, because it's our dream, it's our love, it's what we want, what we need, rather than feeling like I'm suffering just because the world is making me suffer. If pain is going to be there, we might as well use it for something productive. Yeah. So I really like the 5 and the 3 here. That you're standing up and you're striving for what you need in life, for this joy, for abundance, for purpose. Right? Maybe this is that promotion. Maybe this is literally just about you saying, you know what? I'm going to go after that big promotion. I'm going to go after that new job. Or I'm going to go back to school, or I'm going to go out and meet somebody, or I'm going to, whatever it is. I'm going to, I can, I will, and look at me, I'm doing it, right? It's action. It's realizing you got a car. Why not do something with it? It's got an engine in there that works, right? It's got a gas pedal. Use it. Use the gas pedal. Go get what you want out of life. And I think once we start doing this, it's going to snowball. It's going to make us feel like, well, I can do more and more and more. And we sort of get addicted to this effort, the 5 of Wands, right? And I think it's very important that we keep consideration on our 4 of Wands, which is we're going to use this fiery 5 of Wands fighting energy as a tool. We're going to use it as a means to an end. It's not, you don't have to be somebody that likes competition, but sometimes you're going to have to compete. You're not somebody that likes raising their voice or being assertive, but sometimes you got to be loud, right? The 4 of Wands is kind of saying that it's a means to an end. That we're doing it because it's producing the appropriate effect, and maybe it's, again, kind of an idea like no other methods have worked. You tried to be nice, you tried to be patient, you tried to wait, and it didn't happen. So you've got to go out and you've got to use a little different tool, right? Sometimes it's just a nail and you need to get the hammer out. Okay? Not because you just like banging things with your hammer, but because that's the right tool for the job at this time. And it's accomplishing something. There's a completion here. The completion is, well, the nail went through the board and the 2 boards are stuck together. Remember the union. We're building something. We're using the hammer, we're using the Five of Wands to construct, not destruct. Fire can burn or it can heal. Fire can destroy or it can build, right? So we gotta realize that we're using this Five of Wands to put things together and not using it to tear things apart. And we're using it not because we like to necessarily, but we're doing it because it's the right tool for the job, to get this union, to get this thing together, whatever it might be for you. All right. And now the Nine of Cups is happiness. It's an underlying foundation of happiness, knowing that underneath all of the pain and suffering and all of the fighting energy, that you just want to you want to follow your bliss, you want to pursue your happiness. And this isn't like we're just waiting for something to come along and make us happy, because we're going to be always disappointed. We realize that we have to get out there and make things happen. We have to get out there and find what our purpose is and start doing it. Not just waiting around for something good to come our way. You want to be out there pursuing your happiness, living your dream, following your bliss. And you're looking to produce this abundance and this joy, whether it's physical, financial, mental, emotional, or spiritual, creative. All of these areas of your life, you're realizing that you got to put in the work. The more you put in, the more you get out of it. No one's going to do the hard work for you, you know. And I think because you have suffered so much in your life, I think it's built such an amazing character, you know. I think success that comes too quickly, all it does is produce ego. But your success is something that you have to fight for, something that you have suffered for and you've worked hard for, and you're continuing to put in that effort. It builds character, not just ego. Yeah. At the top here, we have the Prince of Swords. It's a fixed air energy. It's telling you, Spirit's telling you to keep your principles about you, keep your wits about you, right? In other words, everything is done for a reason. Everything is kind of especially the Five of Wands. It's a means to an end. You're not just out there tearing stuff apart and doing things just to exert your power. You know what I mean? Just as a display of power. No, you're doing things because there's a purpose to it all. There's a meaning to it all. There's a reason for everything. It's a fixed air energy, right? It's a fixed belief in your mind. It's something. It's a goal. It's a principle. It's a belief. You're not losing sight of your truth. Yeah, I think this is very good energy for you. This is very productive. I feel like you really are. Something has happened in your life. You're changing. You're changing your life here. There's a connection with Buddhism for you. I don't know if it's a Buddha statue or if you've been reading Buddhist texts or if you consider yourself a Buddhist. But I feel like you've been sort of evaluating your spirituality a lot lately. I think there is a reunion coming soon with a friend or a family member that you've been estranged from. Okay. Spirit's telling you to wait 3 days from a big event. Wait 3 days after to see how your influence has manifested, right? The Five of Wands, Three of Cups, right? You do an action. You do something big. You assert yourself. You speak up. You make a demand. You put in and something, right? You throw your hat in the ring, that sort of thing. Wait at least 3 days before following up to see what's going to come together. Yeah. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Your general energy, as we see down here, is the Queen of Pentacles. First of all, I think your financial life is going to improve. Okay? There may be a change of employment coming soon. The Queen is always looking at the past. Yeah. And I think the Queen is trying to realize that, you know what, all that suffering, all that 9 of Swords in your history, it wasn't for naught. It wasn't a waste, right? It was terrible. It was harsh. It was painful. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate. I think it was very broadly speaking, a challenging life, okay? But the Queen is looking back at that and looking at that long and winding road that has brought you right here to this moment. And it's kind of like you wouldn't really change any of it. You can't change any of it. So we might as well look at our own history, all of us. Look at the road we've taken through our life and understand that it has brought us right here, right now. All of our choices, all of our pain and suffering, our entire history has been a path winding through a dark, scary forest, brought us right here. Right here where you're getting what you need. You're getting what you deserve. It's almost karmic rewards here. Okay? We got the 3, the 6, and the 9 of Cups. Right? These are the divine numbers of creation here. Your life is mirroring the spirit world. You are creating a life of love and joy and beauty and bliss after a long, hard road. And that, again, builds character. Yeah, who cares about character? I'd rather have love and abundance and healing and health and all this stuff, you know, and intimacy and joy and jubilation and family and community and a sense of belonging. Sure. But the Queen is looking at the past and thinking, all that stuff was useful. All those experiences, all the pain and suffering, all the hard days, all the days that you have gone without, all the days that you have suffered, all the days that you have sacrificed. Everything's coming back around now. Everything has been useful. Everything's paying off. I think that with the Hanged Man, I don't think it's just about you like letting everybody else go first. But I think it really is about what you've been willing to sacrifice for the sake of your purpose. You know, it's kind of like we've been suffering and sacrificing for the sake of our happiness, right? And it's sort of counterintuitive. To be happy, you have to suffer. Suffering leads to happiness, right? It doesn't sound right. But I think that you have a very deep and insightful understanding of the nature of suffering. And I think that on whatever path you're on in life, whatever journey has been yours, you have given up a lot. You have suffered a lot. You have traveled a very treacherous path to get here right now. You've earned your rewards. And it's time to start taking the fruit, reaping the rewards for your work, for your sacrifices. Yeah. There may be a chance to relocate physically to a new job or a new place to live or something like this, I think is happening in your future. I think that you've been subject to some unfair things in life, unfair decisions, unfair actions by others. Spirit wants you to look at those in the past, see that they're in the rearview mirror. Just for a time, just temporarily, glance back, okay? And now start reaping the rewards. 6 of Cups in your environment. You're finding your people. You're finding where you belong. You're finding the right area for you, the right energy. The 6 of Cups is a sense of community, a sense of connection, right? A sense of belonging. I'm starting to tear up. I feel like this is finally the healing, finally like the big hug, finally like a welcome home from the universe. Yeah. You've been out on the road, that 9 of Swords road. And now you're finally coming to where you belong. You're arriving somewhere. I feel like you're being really welcomed, you know? It feels good. It's hitting my heart today. Because, God, I love to see this. I hate seeing the Nine of Swords when it comes into a reading. I don't, I could have turned off the camera and just reshuffled and try to get try to deal a hand here that doesn't have the Nine of Swords. But Nine of Swords is there. It's in there. And I don't try to sugarcoat things. I do these readings in one take. I don't have any false starts. I don't turn the camera off and say, oh, I got to redo it. Unless I sneeze or something in the, before I start talking or whatever. But the cards that come out are the cards that come out. There's no editing on these videos, There's no cuts in the footage. This is all one kind of live to tape take. And it feels so good. And it makes me want to cry tears of joy here. That we have our Nine of Swords back here. Then we have a 3, 6, and 9 of Cups. So it's kind of like, well, this is always going to be there. You're never going to get away from this. This is always going to be there in your life. It's a part of you. These are your wounds. These are healing. These are going to be some scars probably. But you're healing from this. You don't want to forget this. But you don't want to live back here either. Okay, so the Queen has to look at it and recognize and say, that's always going to be part of me. It's always going to be back there somewhere. I'm not going to ignore it and deny it. But now I got to turn and I got to set my sights on the future. And you got to see that you're arriving at this place here with the 6 of Cups. And this is healing. This is health. This is beauty and bliss. This is pleasure and love. You're coming in from the cold here, and you're being embraced. And it's through your efforts, of course, with Spirit flowing through you. But no one did it for you. You didn't wait around for anybody to give you something good. You've earned it in the real sense of the word. And the Hanged Man, I think, is an interesting card in an interesting position. It is the card of sort of a voluntary sacrifice, voluntary suffering. But this is in the obstacle. This is in the energy that you don't want anymore. I think you're done with suffering, both the voluntary suffering and the harshness of the world. You're kind of like, you're done being out on the road. You want to come and work in the office now. We're done putting our own happiness on hold. We are done thinking of everybody else before us. Maybe it's a little bit of selfishness coming in, but it doesn't feel like selfishness to me. It feels like you've suffered and sacrificed enough that you got to come in and heal and get healthy and get love and get warm and get nourished. It's not a matter of being selfish, right? That's not even the energy here at all. So I feel like this is really something that you kind of feel like you paid your dues enough. And it's time for you to reap the rewards in your life. Yeah. And if other people see it as being selfish, I don't think they will. If they say that, then maybe those aren't your people. It's time for you to unite with that which is meant for you. And your choice to come together and accept love into your life, accept healing, your choice to unite with these very positive, healthy, healing, nourishing, loving elements in your life, they're going to have a profound impact on your life. Yeah. There is a reference that I'm hearing from Spirit about self-medicating. I don't know if that's you or somebody that you know. That's not a road we want to go down. This is deep. I want to look at the mystery card. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a 6 of Pentacles, showing that kind of that new place or that sort of that neighborhood, that community, right? Or the new job or the new living situation. But I don't know what it's going to be. It might actually be the death card, your superpower card, for one thing. If you have a prediction, though, please put it in the comments. Let's see what it is. The strength card. Yeah. Because I guess you'd have to be pretty strong, pretty courageous, and pretty disciplined to suffer as you have for the sake of whatever this union is. You know, you don't want confrontation. You don't want to fight. You don't want that sort of energy. I feel like you're a nice person. You're like a gentle person, right? But don't cross you. Don't get in your way, right? Because this is kind of like it's a lion, right? It's a wild beast. And you tear your face off, right? But as we see here, this is being tamed. It's a gentle lion. It is. I mean, I think that this is you. You have this kind of strength. You're not just out there growling at everybody and showing your fangs to everybody and tearing everybody's heads off, you know, just because you can, right? No, I feel like you're a gentle, sort of passive, quiet, sensitive, thoughtful person. Until you need to be otherwise. And then watch out. That beast comes out and you're going to tackle it. You're going to do, like, you may be like small and kind of quiet and unassuming. But when it's time to run the race, you're just like, then you're tearing everybody's heads off. Then you're like, you know, watch out. Here comes Scorpio, you know. There is this hidden power in you, I guess, that most people can't see, but it's there. And I think that you have endured a lot. And looks can be deceiving. People might see you and just think, well, you know, what are they capable of? What have they done in their life? But, you know, you don't have to show it off. You don't have to make sure everybody knows how strong you are. You're proving it through what you're accomplishing in life and what you are building in your life. This family, friends, this pursuit of happiness, whatever this is for you. You've got the courage and the strength. This is really good. I like this one for you. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There is a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're currently watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.